What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today it's the weekend and we have another brand new Bitcoin all-time high. I said that I'd probably take the weekend off unless we got some kind of crazy price action. Well, here we are. We have a brand new all-time high for the Bitcoin price chart. So we'll take a look at this just for a second here. We'll take a look over at the Ripple XRP price chart and poke around the rest of the market to see what's going on. I'm seeing things here that are pretty exciting, so I'm going to show you different things on a smaller time frame, comparing Bitcoin to like Litecoin and to like the total altcoin market cap, and then tie that back to XRP. A lot of times when we have these kind of breakouts in Bitcoin, if you're holding some type of altcoin and the altcoin isn't taking off yet, you kind of think to yourself, why not me? Why am I not the one taking off? And I'll show you a different way to kind of look at that and how I usually look at these things and why it's just exciting for me. Short-term price action means nothing to me. I'm looking at the big macro picture of everything, and this is really optimistic to see these things happening throughout the entire cryptocurrency market. First things first, taking a look over here at Bitcoin, it did cross above $24,200 here within the last hour, so that's pretty exciting to see that it has moved another leg up. Eventually, I do expect this thing to correct, like I talked about in my videos throughout the week. In most cases, you do see a backtest of the all-time high, so that is expected at some point. However, I wanted to show you this whole structure we have going on right here, and if we look at the dates along the bottom, we can see that this is November over here. So here we are coming into November for Bitcoin, and you can see where it has its really big fall down right here, right? It's November 25th. So we have a big fall on November 25th, then a rise back up, and then a reaccumulation phase to December 11th, and then Bitcoin starts to get on its way, right? Looking over here at Litecoin, you see the same thing. You see the rise up all the way to here to November 25th, and then it falls off, rises, reaccumulates December 11th, goes on to set new highs. Same with the total altcoin market cap. You can see it rise all the way up here. November 25th, it falls and it reaccumulates after retracing, and then now here it is back up above this high again. However, with XRP, we see something a little bit different, right? We see the rise up, we see it go all the way up, and then what does it do? On November 25th, it falls, right? Then it rises back up for the retracement, and then it reaccumulates, and it's right in here. So what do you see different here about the XRP price chart? We're still in here. Total altcoin market cap's way up here. Litecoin's way up here, and Bitcoin's way up here. Yet, of course, XRP is way down here. So we see this all the time. For people who are new to this market, we see this happen all the time. And it's why we end up getting those really explosive rises in the XRP price chart, is we end up getting held down so long that eventually, once it lets go of itself, it rises hundreds of percentage points, just like our last move did, where we just, like, I'm just going to grab this portion right here, where it just rose 200%. So things eventually take off. They just go really fast when they finally do. But a lot of times people get so caught into that short-term time frame of just feeling the pain of the short-term time frame instead of looking at that big picture. But when I look at these things, when I look at Litecoin breaking out up there, when I look at Bitcoin breaking out up there, when I look at the total altcoin market cap breaking out up here, it brings excitement to me to say, I know our time is going to come. We are not going to just deviate from the rest of the market and be the ones who aren't going to get to enjoy the rewards. We absolutely will. Sometimes it just happens like this, where we kind of take a little bit longer to do it, and then when the time comes, it fires up hundreds of percentage points. And that's how I expect this to play out right now. But I'm super excited to see Bitcoin continue to move up and the rest of the market continue to move up right now. So don't get caught into those short-term time frames right now, wondering what's going on here. If anything, it should just get you super excited. I can never tell you what to do on whether or not when it's time for you to buy, when it's time for you to sell. I tell you exactly what I'm doing. But I look at this opportunities and I look to the rest of the market and I say the rest of the market has already gone up. Where is the opportunity still left in the market? I never buy green candles ever, and I'm not buying right now. Okay, you guys know I did all my accumulation right down in here in the 46, 47, 48, and 49. But when I look at the rest of the market, a lot of times new people come in here, they see the green candles, they want to chase the green candles, but I look to that and I say, okay, good. We're seeing signs throughout the market that we're starting to take off. Where are the opportunities still left in this market to get to take advantage of who needs to catch up? So I look at this in excitement saying, hey, our turn's going to come. One of the things about this total altcoin market cap is the people who have been with this channel for a while, if you remember way back in the day when the total market cap of all altcoins was only 90 to 100 billion, we had a very similar setup that was similar to this. I did post about this this on my Twitter yesterday, that the total altcoin market cap is setting up a structure we've covered previously and watched it play out big time to the upside. Last time it took the altcoin market cap from 100 billion to 165 billion. So I posted this yesterday afternoon, and well, it's still looking exciting, and it's not ironic to me that we see Bitcoin breaking out this morning and going above $24,000. So it's looking very likely that we're going to see a move up in these altcoins pretty soon based on this structure. I've called this multiple times the double tap. I don't know what else to really call this. It's what I've always called it. It's just a double tap here on the top. Whether or not it's already done the double tap or it hasn't done the double tap, I'm really not sure. It could still pull back one more time in here before doing it. But structurally, when you do this, when you've taken back all retracement levels and you get back up here and you're kind of just waddling up here and fighting against this all-time high, it usually indicates that, sorry, this is not an all-time high, but against this previous high that we have over here, you typically will see a breakout and a continuation to the upside for the total altcoin market cap. And what's exciting about that too is if we really zoom out on this, it's been maybe a week or two since we've actually done this. Let's see how we're doing on time right now compared to 2017. And here we go. We'll get that all set up. Are we starting to catch back up? You can see how the structures were the similarity. But here's where we were, right? So we had a slow grind taking us all the way. This was the very start of the 2016-2017 bull run that I've overlaid here on top of our current time right now. You can see how our growth rate through all of this has been the same. This bigger correction that we had previously was about the same. Then we move up to this whole next level, which we're at right now. But that next one, that next move that takes you up right here, this may not look huge right here, but this is huge, especially when we zoom out and we look back to the all-time high to see where that breakout would take us to, that we could see these all-time highs. Now, what would be funny about that is that we're talking about the DXY, the US dollar currency index, in yesterday's video. When I imagine that fractal there for the total altcoin market cap playing out, what do I imagine happening with the US dollar currency index? I imagine it breaking its support down and then having a couple of little back tests down here underneath the support level before finally breaking down, which to the opposite side would mean that cryptocurrencies would be moving up. And what would we see here? We'd see a break of this level. This is where the DXY bottomed last time. So we see a break above above that level, having a little double tap back on here, just like we're talking about on those smaller time frames with a double tap. And you can see that here in this fractal before finally going and taking off and getting much higher. So we'll see how this plays out, but time is interesting. Fractals are interesting. And well, look where we're approaching. And that takes us up above the all-time high for the total altcoin market cap. So I'm keeping an eye on this. What would that mean for XRP? That would likely mean new all-time highs for XRP at that same time. So we're just going to sit back and wait and watch. I can't control this market, but I sure have my fingers crossed we're there, because as I've tried to show throughout this week with the different videos that I've posted, all the fractals on the XRP price chart point to us having a very explosive move on the next wave that we have. It matches what occurred back in 2017, and it matches the scenarios that are going on in the rest of the market, as in Bitcoin being above its all-time high. So it's exciting. And whether or not you hold Bitcoin or not, it's just super exciting. Throughout history, there has never been a time where Bitcoin went on to set new all-time highs and didn't bring the altcoins with it eventually. So those altcoins are going to have their shot. Ripple XRP's price chart is going to have its shot. And we're all going to have our shot. And it's just so exciting, whether or not you own Bitcoin, to see Bitcoin doing this. Like I've said before many, many times, the percentages on Bitcoin aren't huge. While this is really exciting to see Bitcoin setting this new all-time high, I mean, it's 20%. That's great. I mean, are you going to make a killing on 20%? Like we just showed on XRP's last move, you get hundreds of percentages in here, right? The percentages are obviously way bigger over in the altcoins, but historically, throughout the history of the cryptocurrency market, for those alt seasons to come, we have to have a bullish Bitcoin every single time, and we've got one. So it's just super exciting. And bring on these new all-time highs. I'll take them. I'm excited. But all right, that's going to wrap it up for this one. So here I am back on the weekend, but it's awesome because we've got another new all-time high for Bitcoin, and we're seeing some of the altcoins starting to go. So I'll be keeping my eye on that total altcoin market cap to see how it's going. Of course, I'll be keeping my eye on the Ripple XRP price chart to see if we can get a break to the upside over there. And without a doubt, I'll be keeping my eye over there on Bitcoin to see what's happening there. Always remember, if you see someone with the name Blockchain Backer and my logo commenting in the comment section of my video, if it's me, it'll have this gray oval around my name. On mobile, it may be a black circle around my name. Either way, look for the oval around my name to know it's me. I will never be commenting in the comment section of my videos giving out any type of numbers for you to contact. Do not contact anybody who is impersonating to be me and giving you out some type of number. That is not me. Those are impersonators. Please report them. All my mods are on full alert to delete those as fast as possible. I'm deleting them as fast as I possibly can, but they keep coming back and they just don't stop. They sometimes will create alternative accounts to reply to them to say, oh yeah, I contacted that person and it was great. Look, there's a lot of impersonators out there. Please make sure that if you're talking to me, you will without a doubt see this circle. If you see my name and you see that logo, but you don't see that circle, it's not me. So be careful out there. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I bring it up every couple of weeks, but it still just never stops. So I just want to make sure all the new people out there are aware of those impersonators in the comments. But let's go ahead and start wrapping this thing up. So I hope that you guys are having a great weekend. If you're looking for something to do, of course, you could check out my website over here. It's bcbacker.com. It's where I have 19 videos with 4.5 hours of content where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the different altcoin seasons, how they've all worked together. I talk about my different exit plans and exit strategies and how I plan on playing this market, and a lot of the different things that I've learned throughout this market over time when it comes to talking about the percentages. Right, the price doesn't really matter; it's the percentage of what you can make that matters. All the mathematics and what I'm looking for, what I'm buying, and all that good stuff. So you can check this out over here on bcbacker.com. Keep up to date with me throughout the weekend. You can follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need to pick me up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.